It's time for another patron hangout. It's happening on Thursday, June 21st at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Come, jump on cam, share your thoughts about the world and life and everything with us, as we do oh so often. If you want to know how to join, head to patreon.com/wehaveconcerns for more information. Do it! This is the future of entertainment. Anyway, play Detroit, Becoming Human.
Yeah.
On PS4. Or don't. This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Canada.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens. Boy.
Don't call me boy.
No, I'm sorry. No, I would never.
You've been playing way too much God of War.
I was like, boy. Go in the direction of science podcasts. Science and the government not getting along right now. I would say
no. It's a shaky association in the best of times.
Yeah,
and in the worst of times, it's now.
Here in the blurst of times,
yeah. Yeah.
It is definitely not good. One of the recent things that kind of made my eye twitch, as well as the eye of a lot of people, is the appointment of the new NASA administrator, Jim Bridenstine.
He's bringing us back into space?
A portmanteau of bride and Frankenstein.
Bridenstine!
So that way it saves time.
Oh!
It's just Bridenstine.
I love portmanteauing popular films.
Yeah.
You know, like...
You'd think a dude who loves The Bride of Frankenstein so much that his clearly fake name... would be Bridenstine. You'd think he'd be into science. You'd think he'd be like, hell yeah, NASA. But the truth is, like, this is a dude that doesn't have any kind of science background or wasn't on any kind of scientific subcommittees, doesn't really have a lot of experience. But there was like 15 months where NASA didn't have an administrator.
Oh, God.
Just because like no one wanted to be the NASA administrator.
Yeah.
So this guy was appointed. Not everybody's happy.
What is he doing, Anthony? What's he ruining? What's he ruining?
What is the point, you may ask? Well, now Bridenstine was actually the doctor's name. I just want to make that clear. The monster would be Bridenstine's monster.
Sure.
The International Space Station, Jeff. The outpost in orbit of our planet that is doing crazy space science all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They just launched their 56th and 57th crew.
This is an amazing thing, the International Space Station. It's an amazing thing. It's a point of pride. We have managed to keep this thing going, and it has, I think, resulted in a whole bunch of incredible research and international goodwill.
Yeah, we're going to shut it down.
Oh, man. Why?
We've already said that by 2025, the federal government has said they will no longer directly fund the International Space Station. It costs about $4 billion a year. Now, that is an expense that is shared between us, Russia, China, I believe Japan, a few
$4
England.
billion a year. That's basically the same as Trump playing golf every week.
That's basically... I want Trump playing golf to just turn into a standard metric unit of measurement.
It's one Trump playing golf.
Because it's just like, it's the fallback that everybody does.
Yeah. Well,
like,
it's fucking expensive for him to play golf.
But also like when people don't have a figure in their head, right?
Yeah.
When they're like, this only costs this much money. I bet Trump golf. Like that's
have you seen how much it costed for him to play golf?
It's about $4 billion a year.
Exactly.
The same as the International Space Station.
That's because he golfs
Look it up.
On the
Read
International
a book,
Space Station.
Dummies. Prove us wrong. Don't look it up. You'll be able to immediately prove us wrong. But yeah, so by 2025, we no longer are going to directly fund the International Space Station.
Are we going to indirectly fund it?
Just like...
We're going to give money to a guy?
Yeah, it's going to be like if they do chores, like how their grades are.
Yeah.
They're not going to get like an allowance because that's not merit-based.
Right. You got to earn it.
Yeah, the space station's got to earn their money.
Yeah.
Okay?
Is this place tidy? Is it clean?
No. From what I've heard, no.
Then you're not getting your allowance.
So we don't want to shut down the space station. We don't want to pull out of the space station
We just don't want to
completely.
pay for it.
We just want to have it and not pay for it.
Let's just continue to do the thing you're doing, but let's not give you any money.
So Jim Bridenstine, our NASA administrator, And I don't know why
That
I
was
saluted.
amazing. That was an amazing visual moment for me.
Yeah, it was for you.
Just for me.
Yeah, I saluted. Jim Bridenstine, our NASA administrator, has decided the answer is probably,
What's the answer?
it's a good one. It's,
Cobbling together all the body parts of a creature, having lightning reanimate it, and then marrying that thing? But
Yeah.
shorter?
but shorter. But like if you can get it shorter. No, it's a brilliant idea. It's an idea that we have not heard before. It's really thinking outside of the box. And I think it's one that time will prove works and works very well.
Can I guess?
Sure.
We're selling the sponsorship rights.
Privatization of the space station. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We've decided like, hey, you know, we've got this space station. We're just doing dumb science on it.
Yeah.
But like maybe there's a company that wants to do their cool corporate science on it.
Corporate science.
Yeah.
Never hurt anybody.
What's the effect of Coca-Cola in space on how cool we are?
Have you seen those guys that do the cool Coca-Cola bottle things where it's like the Bellagio fountains, but with Coca-Cola? Can we do that in space?
I feel like that would destroy the space station instantly.
The best possible way to do that, though. Come on.
I mean, they're talking to a lot of aerospace and defense companies and all the people you would think to get up there and do whatever they want in the fucking space station. You know, maybe they just want to like give us some money and just like maybe suggest a little bit of science, you know?
Right.
Like maybe they could do some science that benefits like companies, but is still good. Like it's still good science.
Still science that would be useful, but useful to companies.
But useful to companies too.
Yeah.
Nobody's thinking about companies on the space station. They're all thinking about mankind.
Yeah, that needs to stop.
They're not thinking about their favorite brands. And if there's something Instagram has taught me, it's that you've got to think about your favorite brands.
None of these International Space Station astronauts, cosmonauts, do I know any of their brands?
No.
Am I aware of any of their brands, Anthony?
How do they feel about tummy tea? I have no idea.
No idea. Do they sleep on Casper mattresses?
Cannot say.
I don't know.
But they could.
They might.
And I want to know about their favorite brands because that lets me know about them.
Yeah.
I can tell whether I like you by what brands are giving you partnerships.
That's right.
You got to get those brand deals.
Who
NASA.
are you if not for your money that you get?
Yeah, like what's up? Why, like if you're so cool, NASA, why don't you have a Movement Watch discount code?
That's a very good question. Very good question.
I feel like it'll probably be like the space station has discount codes for like Boeing drones.
Dude, it's gonna I will say it right now, it's gonna be the International Viagra Space Station. You want to get it up real high? As high as the space station?
Yeah.
Choose Viagra.
Now NASA has said there is no proof that of anybody having sex in space, and it may not even be possible because of blood. Viagra's going to make it happen.
Yeah.
People are going to bone in space. It's going to be a 48-hour live stream. I'm actually very into this.
It's just a shot.
If Viagra did a 48-hour live stream that was sort of like when Nike had that guy that was running the marathon and all the Nike tech.
Yeah.
Or when Red Bull was like, hey, Felix Baumgartner, jump from space.
It's that but fucking?
It's that, but for fucking in space. And can Viagra or Cialis?
Pornhub presents the Viagra Space Experiment.
Don't cheapen the Viagra Space Experiment with pornography, Jeff.
Listen, pornography
This is a
not
medical
cheap.
experiment.
It has cost me so much money over time.
Do you know how the internet works?
What?
You're paying for porn?
You go to the place down the street and you buy a DVD, right?
And then do you think the place down the street is the internet?
Yeah, that's what they call it.
Oh.
The internet.
Okay. We're going to move on from that. What's going on is the White House is preparing a transition plan as we get closer to 2025.
Transitioning away from giving you money.
Transitioning away from public funding to private funding. And as they're transitioning, they are requesting market analysis and business plans from the commercial sector.
We can sponsor the space station.
Now,
new Patreon goal. We have concerns in space.
I feel like I've somehow misrepresented what this is going to be. This is not like buying a star for someone.
No. We'll put like our logo on the space station.
I don't think it's no.
Maybe one guy will say at a certain point, like you just work into a conversation like,
Houston, I just listened to a fantastic podcast.
Was it cereal?
No, but it was as good as cereal. It was a science podcast with these two charming fellows. Over.
Oh, I've heard that one. The Verge does that one.
Yeah, no, The Verge is excellent.
Is it How Stuff Works?
It's two white guys.
I'm just going to let you know, Jim, you don't have to cup your hands like that and make walkie-talkie sounds.
It's the only way I feel like an astronaut.
All right. Carry on then. So this is going to be more along the lines of things that we've seen with, unfortunately, other scientific studies where if you read a study about like aspirin, you have to check and make sure it wasn't paid for by a grant from the Tylenol Foundation, right? Like the problem with this is instead of doing science that needs to be done, that should be done, or that will further space exploration or medicine or whatever for the most people, it is going to be taken down to the narrower view of what can this company get out of this.
It'll be science with an axe to grind. Science with a purpose. Science with a goal in mind.
Yeah, it'll be like
that's bad.
Edu-science. Science.
Yeah. Entertain science.
Entertain science.
That's a portmanteau of entertainment and bullshit, I think is what
that's
that
what
is.
it is. And so that's going to be an issue. There's also going to be an issue of lab space. Like, right now, we send up fucking astronauts. We send up scientists. We send up. Is this now something where we are going to have to basically fund NASA by having NASA train corporate representatives and corporate scientists to be okay on the space station?
Yeah.
Like, does NASA become middleman for other people to go up into space?
None of this sounds good to me, Nan.
I don't see the silver lining, but I'm assured by the government that it's there.
Yeah.
It sounds
It's not
pretty
so much
bad.
scientists as it is now Jared from Subway is going to go to the space station.
Well, the other issue is this is the International Space Station. We don't own it.
Right.
This is paid for by us and multiple other countries. So now
our little corner of it is all corporate and all the other countries are still trying to do regular good corporate free science.
Yeah, like somebody comes from like the Russian capsule and like enters and it's like shh, and you go in and it's just cubicles. But like you can put so many cubicles in because there's no gravity, so they're everywhere.
Oh, it really is a cubicle.
Efficient. It's very efficient.
Yeah, it's like 3-dimensional now.
But there's also an issue of like, okay, we privatize it. We decide that we want private concerns going up into the space station. Do they all have to be vetted by every other country? What happens if every other country says, fuck you?
Yeah, we don't want Coca-Cola up in here.
Yeah, do we just not get to be on the space station? What does this do?
Some tells me we're more of a dick than that. Some tells me America is not going to be putting up with running our corporate sponsorship by you guys.
I don't know. Everybody's got to be vetted.
It's so gross, dude. All of it's gross.
It's very gross. I'm not a fan. It's just very emblematic of what's going on with the government with science right now. And not just the government, but like almost every, it's the government, but it's every sector of the government is what I wanted to say. The idea that privatization saves everything.
Right.
Privatization will fix everything, right? Oh, we'll just let businesses run things and they'll run it the best because they want to make money.
Except for
no.
Every bit of empirical evidence to the contrary that businesses fuck with everyone and maximize profits.
Yeah, they will run it the best to make money, but that doesn't mean that they will run it the best for everyone. And, government is not always great at running things the best and most efficiently for everyone, but at its core, we at least have say in it.
Yeah.
We are there is at least a certain amount of transparency, and there is at least the intention on a top level that it will be the best for the most people. That's why, like right now, here in LA, we're going through this thing with Elon Musk and his tunnels and how like the MTA, the LA Metro, like went in to meet with him And they were like, we got to meet with this guy because he's going to dig through shit that we have planned and that's not cool. And we're not going to allow this. This rich guy can't come in and do. And he fucking Robert California'd them. You remember on The Office when James Spader came in?
Yeah.
And like he comes in and he sits down privately with the CEO and he comes out of the room and he goes, well, I just got the CEO's job. Like he convinced the CEO. Like Elon Musk went in and was like, they were like, listen, you can't put your rich people pods in the middle of the city. They're dumb and stupid. And then Elon Musk comes out from the meeting and they're all like, we're going to work together on the rich people pods.
Yeah.
We really want to make the rich people pods happen.
It was like when Trump was like, you got to stand up to the NRA. And then they had that closed door meeting and he came out and he's like, I really believe what these NRA guys are saying and they're really misunderstood.
I love Planet of the Apes. The original Planet of the Apes is very good.
Charlton Heston is a genius.
I watch the 10 Commandments at my house every year.
Yeah.
When it comes on.
It's like, what happened in that room?
If I can.
Those rooms,
money came in.
Oh, money.
And I think, that's the problem, right? Is like, there are a lot of gridlocks, figuratively, literally, that the LA Metro came up against when they were trying to build, like, we've just been trying to expand LA public transit forever. We clearly need it.
Right.
But the problem is LA is not just a city. LA is a county, and every city gets to decide what they want. It's not like New York where it's just like, this is all New York City.
Right.
In comes the fucking train if we say in comes the train.
Right.
So now you've got these like wealthier neighborhoods that are like, see, the problem with buses and trains is the pores are on them. I don't want the pores here.
Yeah.
So if you could not build a tunnel for the pores. So Elon Musk comes in and he goes, what about a rich tunnel for the rich?
Yeah.
And they go, fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the issue is like somebody like Elon Musk, a private interest can come in and sort of get around a lot of this stuff that the government can't push through.
Yeah.
Which is good in the initial offering. Uber was great in the initial offering because of the corruption of the Taxi and Limo Commission.
Yeah.
The problem is once these things get very well implemented and become the replacement, they tend to become even worse than the regulated thing.
Right.
That's what I'm worried about.
So let me ask you this question. If faced with the, bad and worse choices of either the International Space Station goes away or it gets privatized, corporatized, monetized, which would you prefer?
Bridenstine. Bridenstine is the portmanteau you're looking for.
Indeed. Which would you prefer? Which do you think is the lesser of those two evils?
I think, depending on what the other countries do, it's better to have the space station than not have the space station, right? Because then at least there's some good stuff coming out of the other countries that go up. And there's still some good stuff that comes. I mean, a lot of research done at universities right now is done based on subsidized grants that have some like corporate interests, right?
Well, we run into that all the time. We see stories all the time that are funded by a group that has a name that you wouldn't think was Philip Morris Company or whatever. And it turns out, oh, wait, that's a division of the, General Mills Company or whatever.
I think the biggest issue is we all look at something like this and we think about it as, well, our choice is between bad and worse. So we obviously are going to choose bad. The biggest thing that we can do and the biggest choice that we can make is being more in tune and paying more attention to our local elections, state elections. These are the people that actually wind up making these decisions. The NASA administrator can make some decisions on his own, but there are congressional and Senate committees that vote on things that happen in NASA. This guy, by the way, who's the NASA administrator, was voted in 50-49. It was close.
Yeah.
So paying attention to candidates and deciding not just like what platform or what candidate it seems the most general overall best for you, but really drilling down into issues and figuring out what's most important for you. And sometimes, here's the biggest thing that we need to learn as a country. Sometimes the candidate that's the best for you is diametrically opposed to you on one or two issues that you personally love.
Right.
But is overall the best candidate. And that's fucking government, man. And we need to get better at swallowing that.
Yeah.
and fucking putting the overall best person into office.
The weird thing about that 50 to 49 vote for this dude was that the 50th vote was cast by this woman who was oddly pale. And
No one had seen her before.
She had bolts in her neck.
She came in and she was just like,
Really tall hair.
here for Congress.
Yeah.
And everybody was just like, well, that makes sense.
Gotta let her vote.
Although I think the Bride of Frankenstein actually could speak, right?
Yeah, she was actually eloquent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is odd that she chose. I mean, it was kind of a metaphor for.
Well, it was the privatization of monsters.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was like you had the slow lumbering first generation government monster, and then the Elon Musk of reanimation came in and was like, what if sexy?
I felt like it was the predecessor, the precursor to all those network sitcoms that you see with the really hot wife and the like Luddite husband. You know, it's basically
it's the Ray Romano and
Right.
whoever is always married to Ray Romano.
Yeah.
Kevin James and Zach Morris's girlfriend from when they went away to work at that beach club on the summer.
Yeah, that Kevin
Leah
James.
Remini.
Okay, you got it.
I got it.
You got there.
Hey, are y'all mad about this?
Yeah,
Are y'all mad? Let us know how you feel about this.
it's
We'd
so
love to hear.
depressing. I'm all out of mad, and I'm just depressed now.
Yeah. How's your mad level doing versus your depression level? We'd love to hear that too. You can let us know on Twitter. I'm at @acarboni.
I'm at Jeff Canada.
You can hashtag those.
Bridenstine.
Right. Yeah. You can just hashtag it Bridenstine. It's not spelled the way you would think.
You can spell it however you want.
Spell it however you want. The whole world's going to shit. If you'd like to discuss it with some other like-minded, concerned citizens as well, there are some great places to do that. Number one is our Discord server. Discord is like Slack, but for not doing work, which I guess is Slack, but trust me, this is better and different in some way.
Yeah.
Because we can connect it to Patreon. And that's how you get access to our Slack is you head to patreon.com/wehaveconcerns. Any donation level
just
gets
$1.
you access.
So cheap.
It's so easy. Go sign up. You'll get access to the Discord and we can all bitch together.